Hello everyone and welcome to the 12th weekly update of Citybound. Technically it's only the 11th update because after delaying last week's update I decided to just completely skip it because real life really has me all over the place at the moment. I'm still busy handing over my responsibilities at my day job, and additionally I decided to completely finish another unrelated project that I have with someone, just so that I won't have to worry about that in the future as well. So while this all might mean that things will progress a little slower right now, it also means that I will be able to focus on just Citybound much sooner, so please keep that in mind for the next couple of updates. So the last weeks I did manage to work some more on the architecture behind the new road tool that I showed you in the last update, and even though I didn't make a lot of visible progress, I laid some more very important groundwork. In fact, I had to almost completely rewrite the whole system to support some of the more complicated things that I had in mind for it. An example of these more complicated things are automatic intersections. They are important because even though the system I showed you in the last update works very well if you want to connect all the lanes by hand, it's really much too time consuming for the most common tasks. So I really want the player to be able to just draw roads on top of each other, and for the game to figure out where to create intersections and what kinds of intersections make sense automatically. Now the classic examples for that are just T or four-way intersections, but you could also imagine having automatic roundabouts created, or automatic on and off ramps for highways, or even complete automatic highway interchanges. I only barely got T intersections working for this update, but let's take a quick look at that anyways, because it should give you at least a little bit of an idea of what to expect. So let's start by creating some road segments. You can still only do all of the road operations on the beginnings and ends of existing road segments, but soon you will be able to connect new roads also to the middle of an existing road, which will then be automatically split into multiple segments for you. So let's actually create some T intersections. You can do that just by dragging onto an existing connection like this or like this. It also works when the new road comes from a slight angle like this, and it can handle also cases like creating a T intersections at a point where two curves meet, like this. But that's all it can do at the moment. It doesn't support more than 2 lanes yet, and I also can't create four-way intersections out of these yet. So let me just show you another neat little thing. In the last video I showed you that the system can connect roads at an angle like this in a way that makes sense by creating a straight segment and a curved segment. Today I added, for example, the connection of roads that are at really strange angles with respect to each other, but it can now still figure out a way in which to connect them that makes sense. So it's really small examples like this and like the automatic T intersections that hopefully show you that slowly the system is becoming smarter. There's obviously lots more to do, but I think you can see where it's going. And by the way, during the development of a system like this, you get all kinds of silly bugs and strange things happening. I recorded this earlier and it turned out it was just a small mistake, but it can produce really weird results. Coming up with the architecture behind all of this is actually really complicated because it is kind of like inventing new pieces of Lego where you have to imagine all the different possibilities of combining them into new structures. So please bear with me while I work on these more abstract kind of things that are more in the background. I would really like to focus on gameplay again soon, but I also think that it's really important to get these kind of foundational systems like the road tool right in the first place before you start building on top of that. So that's all for today. As always, you can leave me your comments and feedback down below in the comment section or wherever else I post this. Thank you all for watching and see you again next week.